Hello and welcome back to the Midlands Football Company, episode 2 of a podcast where the boys sit down and talk about Midlands football. We all support a different team, and so we're going to talk about the review of the games in the week prior, including the Second City derby, obviously the Wolves and the Albion game as well, and then we're going to preview a big week of games coming up. We're playing 4 days of the next 6, our teams are, and then the debate segment will be on most likely to get promoted out of Blues Villa Albion, and can Wolves get relegated?
Make sure to follow Midlands Football Company on Instagram as well. We've started an Instagram account up, so you're missing out if you don't follow that. And
Brilliant. Right, so we should start, and there's only one place to. A very exciting Second City derby. Didn't disappoint.
No, it didn't.
Villa came out 4-2 winners. Max and Joe, do you want to talk about it?
oh,
Joe, you can start, mate.
do I want to talk about it? You won't be able to see this, but I've got a huge smile on my face because how about them villains? And
He's so smug.
how about them terriers as well at the weekend? God,
Oh, he's already loud in there.
God.
what a nice little absolutely delighted with the win. I think it's a statement to the league because Blues were a tough team to beat, hard to break down. Disgusting brand of football. I mean, just lumping it up to Jukovic.
I think that is harsh, very harsh.
I don't think the ball went on the ground in the first 30 minutes. That's why they were ahead in the game. And they made a statement. Grealish gets the ball. First thing they do, snap it in with Keith and Beld. But one person never disappoints is Jack Grealish, and he got his goal as I predicted last week. Again, really good prediction, Greg. 0-0.
Yeah. All I'll say is that I didn't quite recognise how bad Birmingham were defensively, as shown by that Alan Hutton goal.
Oh.
I mean, all you need to do is watch that and realise how weak they are through the spine of their team. Still, I don't quite know.
It is a shame, isn't it?
It was a tough game as a Blues fan. I wasn't disappointed, if I'm honest, because I thought compared to the other times we've gone to Villa Park, we
scored.
We scored, which was a positive, and
point.
we could have won that game if Chase scores and makes it 2-0. It's a completely different game.
You definitely could have had more, couldn't you?
We could have definitely had more. I mean, obviously, it's clear how bad our defence is, particularly on that left-hand side, Harding and Peterson. You'd think with 2 full-backs, you'd be able to defend, but the amount of space that Adoma and Hutton on that right-hand side had was disgusting.
Before we go any further, Alan Hutton definitely does not deserve a place in the Midlands 11.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He does not deserve a place.
So-
He's not getting in.
Both goals came from Maxim Collins' side, the first 2 goals, because they were both at the back post.
That is debatable because the crosses came from that left-hand side, and I think that's where the goal came from.
It's true, they were good balls.
Well, why there's 2 men wide open at the back post?
Not
You
sure
can only blame
wide
the right
open.
back.
The first one
You can only
wasn't
blame the
wide
right back.
open.
And Alan
Grealish is
Hutton-
one's his fault, I'd say. I think that
Yeah,
I mean,
it goes as far as that,
loses
but the first one is not.
Jimmy Danger, just putting it
Just
away.
an elusive fox in the box.
Well,
isn't it?
anyway, there's a tracker going on Twitter, and it's tracking where Alan Hutton's going because, according to Villa, he's still running. he was in France yesterday. I don't even know where he is now. He's probably halfway through Asia at the minute, but
it's no surprise he's trying to run away from Aston, though.
he's probably running.
That fourth goal was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah,
I think 3-2 would have looked
We looked
okay
cagey
on the
defensively, and it was James Chester's worst game in a Villa shirt, but he
I
did
thought
have
it was
one
awful,
leg.
Chester.
Yeah, we didn't have a fit centre back on the bench, so he was forced to play the whole game with one leg, and you notice he was just backing off the whole time. He actually wasn't putting in a challenge, but didn't stop us villains.
I thought the game proved why we put Jukovic in that starting 11 because I thought
He was immense.
brilliant. Again, the lack of creativity in Blues in midfield, and yet we still managed to create chances.
First half.
Booted the ball.
Jukovic is. Sorry, I found it hard to pronounce it there.
It's a hard name, right?
His physicality and then Che's willingness to run continuously really did provide trouble for Villa's defence.
No, I agree.
Thoughts on the penalty, boys?
Soft.
But
But
was a penalty.
If it was Albion, I would have been screaming for a penalty.
Yeah.
But I can see why Blues would complain slightly about it. It's soft.
Yeah, I mean, we complained at the time, but I think,
Like you say about you being happy with the result, to be honest, I've heard a lot of Birmingham fans saying that, even though they lost the game, they were pleased with the performance, and it's not the end of the world.
it's not a result that's going to completely derail our season. If we got battered 3-0 or something and showed no hope whatsoever, then there would be worries. But I think the result wasn't too bad, and I think we can push on.
At 3-1, it could have gone even more. It could have been like a 5-1 sort of game, and that sort of.
Really good. So for you to hang on.
Well,
get
the thing
another
is,
goal.
getting back into 3-2, I thought genuinely we were going to draw that game, and that's why that Hutton goal was so disappointing.
Yeah.
Because we generally could have got something out of that game.
I bet you boys loved Grealish and Hutton scored, your two favourite players.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I didn't really like that at all.
It couldn't have gone better,
I
honestly.
was just getting in the car to go up to Wolves when Grealish scored. Just the radio went off, the TV went off, everything went off. I was just like, right, let's go.
Yeah.
For a mid-table championship game, it was quite exciting, I have to say. So, do you want to preview your next two games? I don't know who you both have next.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was probably the best Blue side I've seen for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were much
Big
better.
compliments, Max.
They were much
big
be-
confidence.
they
I
were
think that
much better
shows the
than-
work that Monk has
yeah.
done, because the team we had under Cotterill and Redknapp and Zola was just.
I'm a big fan of Monk.
He's very good.
He's sensible. I think maybe even with the 20-point deduction, he may stay up. But
Yeah, it's really tough.
so, but in the return fixture in April, it will be a first v 24th situation, I believe. That's just a.
You on the right?
Is that where you're seeing it
just a
going?
little
Is that where you see
prediction
it's
from
going?
myself.
In all
So,
seriousness, I
I'll
think
hold
that
you to
return fixture will be an even better game than the one we saw at the weekend.
5-0 Villa.
I think we'll generally have a chance.
To be fair, the home crowd will probably be up for it,
Yeah.
Blues, whereas they're not usually at Villa, so it can't make any sense.
And you think you're getting better still? You
I
might
think we're still
game
getting
on game.
better. I think hopefully we can get some loan signings in January, improve that defence.
Have you got any money at all or not?
Or are you allowed
I-
to buy any players?
Well, we're allowed to bring in. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think we're allowed to bring in loans and frees, but I doubt we have any money whatsoever.
I swear there was a cap, wasn't there, like 5 loans or something in the summer?
Yeah.
That's
It's
mad.
really not looking great, but hopefully Monk can have some magic and bring someone in.
So let's look to, first of all, tonight's fixtures, because as of recording, we've still got Villa v Forest tonight.
And we're playing Millwall away.
And West Brom playing Swansea away. But we'll
Okay.
get to that in a minute.
So I think we're going to march on. I can't see it going any other way than, listen up, 3-0 Villa against
Wow.
Forest. Because
Really?
we're on the march, I'm telling you now. We've got Borough away Saturday and then West Brom the following week. I think going to be convincing wins all 3.
Wow.
So
I think you're slightly deluded, mate.
yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to tonight. I'll be there in the North Stand until I die.
Giving it a watch.
I know, I honestly do think...
Forest have not lost in their last 5.
Yeah,
Forest are strong. but
Forest have only lost 2 all season.
Yeah.
To Norwich and Brentford.
Dean Smith's Brentford.
Right.
Dean Smith's
And
Brentford.
you are off the back of a good win, a confidence building win.
2 wins.
But Nottingham Forest are a strong team, mate.
Maybe 3-0's a bit hopeful, but I think Villa are going to win.
You think?
They also
McGinn's
have,
back.
yeah, but Nottingham Forest have the messiah of Claudio Jakob as the CDM. It'll keep.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it'll keep you quiet.
I'm fearful of Lewis Graben scoring against us as well.
Oh yeah.
He's coming back for his
And
revenge
Joe Lolly,
game.
Redditch represent. He'll put a few past you.
Yeah, no. Not if he's on Hutton's side. Best fullback in the Midlands, including Michael Doherty.
I disagree with that completely.
Anyway, yeah.
I think it'll be a draw.
I think it'll also be a draw.
I think Villa are going to win tonight, actually. I
Really?
know it's gone against everything I've said, but I think you're going to win anyway. I think
Yeah.
you're going to win 2-1, and I don't know why. I just got a bad feeling this could be a bit of a turning point for Villa's season.
So you boys saying draws?
I'm saying draws. Yeah. Should we move on to the Blues game? Millwall away, I think we've got to win this. I think Millwall, 4th bottom, they're not looking great, and I think after the Villa game, if we can win this, it completely kind of makes the wrongs turn right. We can push on from there.
Are you at the Den?
We are at the Den.
That could
But
be
I think we can
risky,
win.
couldn't it?
Is Yotta back?
There's no real news about Jota. But we didn't look that awful
Without him.
against Villa. I think if Magoma starts, we can put Peterson back at left back.
Double
I think
G
we'll
as
win
well.
that game.
Gary Gardner back.
Yeah, I'm not sure he'll start. Because I think our midfield didn't look too bad at the weekend. It was more the defence.
No, I like Blues in this one.
Millwall are one of those teams, though, even with no individual quality, because I don't think they've got anything, to be honest. They still somehow produce results at home regularly. I'm just looking, I know they're crap teams, but they smashed Wigan 2-1, Ipswich 3-0. I mean, they're good results for a team like Millwall.
I guess so, yeah. I think they're the only team West Brom have kept a clean sheet against as well this season, so...
It's hard to predict this game, if I'm honest.
It's a
Millwall
tricky one.
could win.
I'll be surprised if the ball touches the ground this game.
It'll be an ugly game.
With these two
No,
sides,
I
mean,
disagree.
the first half an hour, Blues just lumped it up the whole time.
If you think they play anti-football, we should go and watch Millwall. Oh my god.
That's what I mean. So I would be surprised if the ball touches the ground this game, but I think Blues are going to win, to be honest. 1-0. Jukovic will score again because that's what he does.
Some great form, isn't he?
Yeah, and onto the Albion in Wales.
Yeah, it's a tricky game. Really
Well,
tricky
how was your game of the weekend?
Yeah, it was a good game. We didn't look at all uncomfortable until right at the end when Tosin Adarabio decided to pass the ball to whoever the Ipswich guy was who scored. I don't even know his
How
name.
he's not in the Midlands 11s beyond.
Tosin Adarabio, absolute baller. No, it was just so annoying because we were really on for the clean sheet and away. No matter if it's against Ipswich or not, who are an awful team, they are going down no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They didn't have anything in the game until that stupid mistake. But yeah, we looked really good actually. So I was happy with the result. 2-0 would have looked so much better than 2-1. Scoreline flattered them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the game and they didn't look like creating anything.
They were poor, weren't they?
Very comfortable.
And Albion looked I thought, quite good at times. Very good, especially on counter attacks as well. But yeah, we got Swansea tonight away, which is a tough one.
It is a tough one.
Again, like I say, our away form, even though we won it at the weekend, it's not great. And Swansea, even though they got beat 4-1 by Norwich at the weekend, didn't they?
Norwich on flying form.
But Norwich,
They drew last night, didn't they? Norwich?
They drew to Hull.
All the results went Villa's way last night.
by now, they went all the teams.
Mark Minotti should have scored right at the end, penalty. Gutty.
Peacock Farrell, mate.
Yeah.
Did a nutty
If
one.
that goes in, it's looking very nice for Villa, especially when the Albion lose 1-0 to Swansea tonight.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You think?
No, I think I would definitely take a draw, but I think we'll win.
Swansea looked very good defensively at Villa Park when they came in Dino's first game, so I think they're quite stubborn. I think they can quell the Albion attack. And
You sure?
nick a goal as well, yeah.
Swansea lost to bloody Ipswich this season.
Have they?
They're up, but they're clearly just a hit and miss.
Very
Yeah, they are. They've got-
That's what I mean. I don't know. You can't. It's hard to predict them, but I think we'll win.
That Roden is highly rated. You know the centre back they have? I think it's Joe Roden, something like that.
No,
City
Roden.
were in for him.
Really?
Yeah, so
Well, we have Tosin, who's already at City, so it doesn't really matter.
brilliant.
Yeah, so I'll go win for
I
Albion
think
tonight.
the lad Selino used to be at Ipswich last season.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Swans, I think.
I like him as a
In
player.
fact, I'll go for a draw. Change my mind.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go 1-1 draw.
I think Albion will win.
Cheers, mate.
Don't
You're
want-
welcome.
I'll go 1-0 Swansea.
Yeah.
The fact is they have Ollie McBurney as their main striker, and I just can't get my head around how.
He does score weirdly.
I know, but I
does
don't know
score
why.
goals,
He's
but he's-
awful. He's an awful.
Actually, I've
player.
just remembered how bad West Brom's defence is. I'm going to go with 2-2, actually. 1-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
We've both gone for draws. We both went 1-0 and then decided to draw.
Yeah, I think we'll nick it.
Mm.
Gale will come back in for Robson Carney from the off. I think we'll nick it.
Did Gale start on
Nope.
Friday? He didn't.
No, Robson Carney started.
So it's only fair to talk about the big 6-pointer at the weekend between two relegation rivals, Wolves and Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Big
Cracking
6-pointer
game,
down
wasn't
the
it?
bottom of the
Real
Premiership.
big 6 pointer.
Reminded Greg that he said it'd even be disappointing if you won.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? You
Right,
said you were
so-
going to rant a little bit, man.
I mean, I don't want to talk too much about all the negatives. You can't win every game.
Of course.
You can't win every game.
Of course.
And we are 11th in the Premier League.
And 16 points.
Plenty comfortable. However, there were certain individuals on that pitch that were simply not good enough in their effort. And it's the same international break lull that's happened. I don't even know what to put it down to. It's just so frustrating. Because it was even worse than the Watford game, some of the performances. Willy Bolly has been superb all season and last season, but on Sunday was his worst game in a Wolves shirt by quite some distance. He was simply shocking on the ball. He didn't win a header, and usually he's commanding, wins everything. Instead, the lad called Billing in midfield for Huddersfield.
Yeah, Phil Bill.
Right, he ran the show. I don't even
good,
know.
wasn't he?
He's a good player.
That
He's a
goal
big
line
lad.
clearance as well.
It's the weirdest thing. I was listening to it on 5 Live, and the whole preview to the game, they were just bumming this guy called Philip Billing, and they were just going on and on about how they were comparing him to Kante. They were comparing him to Kante on
He's not
5
quite
Live.
Kante,
And I was
is he?
thinking, what is going on? And then the game happens, and they just they pretty much said what was going to happen.
The other lad for
Did
Huddersfield,
the whole
Jonathan
That's why they're
Hogg.
professionals, aren't they?
thing. You're right, mate.
Jonathan Hogg in midfield. He's a championship player.
He's one of our own, he is.
He was
Villa Academy.
fantastic. He was probably my man of the match, actually.
What do you mean, one of your own?
Villa Academy product.
Oh.
Jonathan Hart.
He never played for you, though, did he?
No, he did under Houllier. Houllier liked him.
Really?
But He then went to Portsmouth, I think, and then clearly found himself in a Huddersfield.
He had a good game of the weekend.
But he was fantastic. He sort of, they played 3 in midfield and it counted. It was the same as the Watford sort of lineup. They played 3 in the middle and Neves and Moutinho who ran. Moutinho is going to be dropped, I hope, on Friday night. He was crap. He was crap again.
Has he been good for you this season at all?
He was fantastic up until we played Man U in September, like late September, and then since then he's dipped off completely. And
I was saying that though. There's a reason why you bought him for only 5 million. I was thinking,
Yeah.
how was it Monaco you got him off?
Yeah.
How did you get him off there for only 5 million? And there must have been a reason. I
Well,
think his legs must have gone or something, mate. And it's showing now.
He didn't have the fight in the game at all, and even Neves was poor. He was
Bullied
really
by
poor.
Aaron Moy.
He's a very good player.
And then another couple of players to mention while we're at it, ranting.
Go on.
Matt Doherty.
Oh.
What the fuck does he do on that pitch?
Is it bad?
It's so depressing. The guy. I'm going to get a lot of stick for this from Wolves fans because
Go on.
they all seem to rate him because of his stats on goals and assists. But if you watch him play football, he can't cross, he can't dribble, and all he can do is win headers from goal kicks when it goes out to the right, and that's it. And he didn't even win them on the weekend.
The only thing I've ever seen Mark Doherty do is not make Neil Taylor and slide it through to Jota to make it 1-1 last year. Other than that, he's just I think he's a poor man's Alan Hutton.
That's just.
No, he's still better than Alan Hutton.
He's looking for us to buy it. That's the problem.
I'm not gonna buy
it, mate. I'm not buying it.
Looking forward for Wolves, you've got Cardiff away, Chelsea away,
Chelsea at home.
Newcastle away, and then Bournemouth at home.
That's a huge game of the weekend, Cardiff. If you lose that one, that's 2 losses to Huddersfield and Cardiff.
It's a bloody long way to go as well. I mean, I'll be heading down 2:00 on the train down to Cardiff.
Wow.
Lucky me.
Very nice.
Overnight stay in Cardiff. I can't wait to go. I love the city of Cardiff. However, Neil Warnock.
The football team is a
Neil
different
Warnock
brand, isn't it?
is, I mean, without using too many expletives, a prick.
The 2-2 draw at Cardiff last year was unbelievable though. You know when they missed? No, you
Oh,
won.
it was
you won.
1-0, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
2 penalties
They missed 2
missed.
penalties.
That was
Yeah.
incredible, wasn't it?
I was watching that game live. Yeah. That was when I thought Villa had a chance of going up though, so I was cheering Wolves on.
There he is.
So what is going to happen this weekend, Greg, on Friday?
Depends who
Friday
starts.
night, yeah.
Depends who starts.
Who would you play? What would your starting 11 be?
Patricio, I would start Bolly, Cody, Dendonka. I want him to have a go.
Oh, out for Bennett.
Bennett out. Bennett's not good enough.
Bennett is a championship centre half,
He is.
as is Connor Cody.
Connor Cody is not a championship centre.
In fact, yes, that's true. He's a League One central midfielder. You've got that right.
He's Premier League captain. Premier League captain.
Yeah.
Doherty, I'd still play, even though I know because
You
there's
just
no
slag him
other
off.
right wing back. Then Vinagre on the left, even though he was crap on the weekend. Neves and Gibbs White in midfield.
I like
I'd
it.
start.
You think that's a bit more steely than?
Do you think they'll be able to deal with Cardiff's physicality?
That's what I mean. Harry
Gibbs White.
Arter and people in there.
Gibbs White is a quality player.
Yeah, but he's young.
Is he physical enough for
And is
Cardiff?
it? Yes.
There is this, physicality, but Gibbs White is bigger than Moutinho anyway. Moutinho's like 5'5".
Really?
He's tiny.
Yeah, we see. Yeah.
What about Saïs? Is it Saïs?
Size.
Yeah,
Do you not fit him in anywhere?
He's championship, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
He went to the World Cup, didn't he?
So did Yedlin.
Morocco. Again, it's one of them Egypt things. Come on.
That's good.
But
Still
you-
in the World Cup.
You could play a midfield of Neves and Saïs with Gibbs White in front and then drop Costa because he was crap on the weekend as well.
Wow.
And Cavallero and Jimenez maybe up front.
Did anybody have a good game?
Did anyone have a good game? Connor Cody had a great game. It was fantastic as well.
Yeah, I don't think Connor Cody can do any wrong for
Oh,
Wolves
no.
fans, can he?
No, it's because
Captain Marvel or whatever.
he snapped. He snapped at one of their players. Like, absolutely
Stephen Moore,
crunched him. And
Or Pritchard.
didn't get up for a good 2-3 minutes. Fantastic. I
Legend.
love that in a player.
Who snapped Albert Adoma at the weekend because he's out tonight?
Is he?
Just a completely different
Really?
one. Yes. One of the Blues players just crunched him and he had to be, I don't know if you saw piggyback down
Oh,
the touch.
Wes Harding.
Yeah.
That was the best tackle of the
Well
game.
done, Harding.
Got
He got
absolutely
yellow for that,
crunched.
and it was the best tackle of the game. It was ridiculous.
But no, that's why Yannick Bolasie will start against Forest.
I was slightly disappointed at the amount of cards shown at the Second City derby. I thought there'd be like a big brawl or something at some point.
Yeah, well, I think the ref did quite well, if I'm honest, to not show too many
I
cards.
think he should have because they were just the amount of times poor old Jack Grealish got fouled.
Oh,
No,
poor
but he,
old
always
well,
does.
well,
He
well.
buys them. He buys
I think he
them.
got fouled in a total of 10, 20 times. So I can
10,
There's
20.
his medal.
between
Well
10 and
done,
20.
Jack.
I mean,
It's the way
it's
he
a good job he
influences
can
the
dive.
game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know, mate. He buys the fouls.
yeah.
Okay.
It's part of his game.
Predictions for the Wolves game, Greg?
1-0 win.
1-0.
Oh, I think he'll bounce back.
Yeah, I think Wolves will win as well.
You know when Cardiff played Fulham and they won 4-2 at home?
Yes, Fulham's defence are crap.
So is yours. I'm going to go...
It's better than Fulham's.
Nah, I
You've
don't
seen
know.
like 16 goals all year. That's not even that bad.
No, true. I've got to think about this one long and hard. 2-0 Cardiff.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably worth
it wouldn't
doing, to be
surprise
fair.
me. It
It's
would not
probably
surprise me.
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
That
to you
could be
boys.
awful for Wolves if you do lose that game.
The only thing
You'll lose to Chelsea after that.
We'll talk about this later
Yeah.
because it could spiral out of control.
We've got to talk
really.
about this later.
And then you've
because-
got an awful December. You've got Bournemouth, Liverpool, Fulham, Tottenham, Wolves, and then City in January.
Plenty of winnable games in there. We raise our game for the big boys.
Yeah.
I'll
Never
come on
know.
to it
You
later.
never know.
But you've got to think Huddersfield have picked up, Newcastle have picked up, Fulham may pick up under Ranieri, so
Well, they won on the weekend, didn't
yeah,
they?
you could get dragged into a relegation battle and then
Talk about that later, won't
Exactly, mate. Yeah. Do you want to preview the second
Yes,
lot of
this
games that our
weekend's
championship
I think
teams
we've got
have?
time. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
It's packed. Right, so we don't play till Monday, so you two start.
So Blues playing Preston at home.
Win.
Yeah. I think it's a
Actually,
winnable
no.
game.
No. Sorry, you said Preston. Preston are a good team.
I still think it's a winnable game.
No.
Is
At home.
Robinson playing up
No.
for Preston?
CR7's injured for 3 months.
CR7.
Callum Robinson 7.
He's out.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, CR7's out unfortunately.
That's such a shame, man.
Another Villa, one of our own Villa product.
God,
Preston-
he makes so much crap. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
So-
he makes bang average
Yeah.
players. To be fair.
So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Blues
Yeah,
victory.
Preston are on good form. I mean, they
No,
haven't
Preston.
lost for a
I'm
while.
going Preston win, mate. I'm
But-
sorry.
You think they'll win?
Yeah, I do. Preston. We played them at home.
So did we.
No, away. Sorry, at their home, and we beat them 3-2. But they looked good, mate. And I'm a massive fan of Ben Pearson, who's in the midfield for them.
yeah,
He is
He's
a
good.
very, very good player.
But-
I saw him last year against Villa, and I straight away said to Joe, I said he's
Yeah.
a solid player. So I think, mate, you might get found out on.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting game and hard to predict.
I'm going to go 2-2 draw. I think you leak goals.
Yeah.
I know I've said 2-2 quite a lot today, but I don't know why. Preston, their fans are really good as well, Preston. I don't know if anyone
Not at
agrees with
home.
that. Their away fans are brilliant.
Are they?
I think, yeah.
Yeah, at home it wasn't very good.
Good support considering how far it is usually to anywhere.
Yeah.
2-2. You'll score goals. You seem to at the moment.
yeah.
Well, who are Villa playing?
Borough away, 5 o'clock kickoff.
I'd actually quite like you to win that because it's against Tony Pulis.
I don't know.
And he's got a disgusting brand of football, even worse
I
than
think he'll sit
what
back
you think of
against us
Blues.
as well.
And then I'd love you to win that because then you'll come into the Albion game thinking all big.
On a Derby, Blues, Forest, Middlesbrough win streak, I don't think you'd want us coming in.
No, I'd want you to win. I wouldn't want you to lose, and
You
then
wouldn't-
you'd be well up for it. It's the way it works.
No,
I
no,
wouldn't want
no,
them
no,
to-
no. You've got to break their stride right now. Tony
Yeah.
Pulis is going to shit out a 1-0 win on the weekend. I don't know who's scoring.
Probably
Somehow.
Aidan Flint, someone like
It's a
that.
great shot. Danny Bart, actually. There you go.
No, Borough would probably win.
Yeah,
Did you beat them in the playoffs?
we
last
beat
year?
them at Riverside in the playoffs 1-0 to a Mal Jedinak header and then drew 0-0 at Villa Park. But that was back in the
Exciting.
Lucas
days.
A. Villa Park.
Yeah, that was back in the day of Steve Bruce. But I think they're going to sit back against us, let us play our football. We'll get goals.
That'd be a surprise for a Tony Pulis team sitting back.
See,
won't
but
it?
Yeah, weird that.
I'd love it.
How many
With his-
6-foot players can he get
With
on
his
the pitch? do you
with his
think?
4 centre backs in the back 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think another Villa W, and then we'll march on to the Albion, and we'll get to that next week.
Yeah, that's a huge game, mate.
Big game.
Really big
But
game.
yeah.
What'd be perfect for Albion is a draw there.
Yeah, I'll be having a seriously good time next week if Albion lose the next 2, Villa win the next 2. Wouldn't be looking good for you because we've sold out our away allocation. I'll be there at the Hawthorns.
Yeah, it's not a big allocation though.
No.
It's also just down the road.
Yes.
So it's not that
No.
big deal, mate. You will be loud, obviously, but we
West
haven't,
Brom
we haven't
fans
played you in
are
a couple
The
of years.
first goal
so-
is crucial in that.
I don't even
game.
think the first goal is crucial. Albion can score goals for fun.
Anyway, let's leave that to next week. I'll go. I think 1-0 Villa. What do you boys think about Borough?
I think Borough will win, but I hope it's a draw.
I think it'll be a draw as well.
0-0. Again, I don't know really.
Yeah.
That means it'll be 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 Villa. Thank God.
Something like that, yeah. Rudy Gestead with a hat trick, that's all I'm saying.
Coming home.
And then
No.
West Brom have Brentford at home on Monday.
Tough game.
That is a
Really
tough
tough game. Brentford play some fantastic football. Even
Still.
without
Still without Dean Smith,
Dean
really?
Smith. Dean Smith.
They lost at the weekend to. No.
They've,
So I
lost,
don't think-
they've lost their last 3.
Yeah, they lost last
Oh,
night.
well, I haven't been paying attention to Brentford, clearly.
Yeah, they lost last
Earlier
night
in the
to
season, I
Mighty
would have
Blades.
agreed with you, Greg, but I honestly think that's a must-win. I think that we have to beat a team like Brentford at the moment. Obviously, I didn't know they'd lost that many games so far. But I know where they are in the league, and they're down there. To be fair, they're not.
Yeah. They're still scoring goals though. They scored 2 1 2 3.
Is that if there's one good thing that Albion can do, it's score goals. So I think we'd be able to outscore them.
They lost
even
to
if
QPR. They lost to QPR. QPR so bad.
We lost to QPR.
QPR is so bad.
We beat QPR 7-1, so don't really want to talk
No,
about
even in last night they got outscored by the mighty Blades 3-2. So I think it'll be a similar game.
Yeah,
Albion will
take
that one. Unfortunately,
I think we'll win it.
I think an Albion win. Yeah.
Set off a good week at the Hawthorns. Monday win against Brentford. Friday win against Villa. It'll be really nice.
Okay then.
While we're on the subject of next week's games, just a little throw in a bit of non-league. Solihull Moors have got a very big game on Friday night as well.
Who are they playing?
Blackpool in the second round.
Wow.
Yeah,
Where?
At the Moors.
I might have to pop down.
Damson Park.
£15 a ticket though. It is not cheap going down to Solihull Moors.
It's not cheap. My dad's got a box actually at the game. He's very happy with it.
Very impressive.
Yes, he's very
impressive.
Very nice.
So he snaked out the Cardiff away trip to go to Solihull. I'd like to see the Moors get through anyway.
Yeah.
So I think
I'd love a bit of Wolves away at Solihull in the third round.
Big up the Moors. That'd be good, mate.
I actually put on a bet this week. Max is aware of this. Villa were 101 to 1 to win the FA Cup. Put £2 on it. I think
You've just lost £2.
the way we're playing at the minute under Dino, I think we could beat anyone on our
You
day.
think you'll do the double?
Yeah, the EFL Championship and the FA Cup double.
You might be
You
getting
know
a
the
little
only
bit
team
ahead
who's
of
ever
yourself.
done that? West Brom are the only team who's ever done that.
Really?
Won the second division and the FA Cup in the same year.
Impressive.
Well, we'll be joining you in the history books. Anyway, I think that's a brilliant way to sum up past weekend's games and preview
We'll have future.
the coming games. So
Have a little break and then on to the debate.
Hello, welcome back to the Midlands Football Company. We're going to talk about who's most likely to get promoted out of the championship teams and whether Wolves can actually get relegated, because they've gone up and everybody's just thought established Premier League team can't go down, and a couple bad results and
Things have changed, haven't they?
things have changed. So we're going to be talking about that. We'll start with promotion. Villa, Blues, Albion. What do you think? Who's most likely to get promoted?
In my opinion, I think it's hard to say, but I think Villa at the minute. I think Dean Smith's changed them.
Really?
I do think Villa is most likely.
He's hopped on the hype.
I mean, as a Blues fan, I know I'm biased, but I still don't think Blues are quite there yet. We could maybe sneak playoffs this year, but I think just a top half finish would be fantastic for us, and we move on from there, and hopefully the points deduction doesn't fuck us. But West Brom, I think, are probably just as equally likely as Villa. I think they're both pretty good teams. But yeah, Villa edge it for me.
It's hard because at the minute, I talk about the honeymoon phase a lot, but it happens with managers, apart from Alan Pardew last year for us. But it happens with managers a lot, and at the moment you're in the really happy place with Dean Smith. Everything's perfect. You just beat Blues. I think a couple months time down the line, I know Dean Smith's a good manager. You have a good team, but I think we're stronger than you personally.
That's what tipped it for me when we were doing the Midlands 11 last week. I think just Villa's squad is just really good. I think
West Brom's is as good as
This
well.
is what I was going to bring up. If you did, I know we did a Midlands 11, but if you did a Villa West Brom combined 11, who's getting in from West Brom? Dwight Gale. That's about it.
That's a lie.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
The thing is, you look I'll tell you now. Look at West Brom's team. Our starting front six this week were Morrison, Livermore, Phillips.
We weren't too impressed by that.
Well, that's fine. Okay. Well, Morrison, Livermore's in England after last year. James Morrison is solid if you actually watch him play. And Matt Phillips is a very good player. And then we had
Livermore's a bit shit as well.
Rodriguez and Gale and
Rodriguez
Barnes.
is crap.
Okay. Then on the bench and even deeper than that, we have Gareth Barry, Wes Hoolahan, Bakary Sacco. I'm sorry, but they're solid championship
How old is
players.
Gareth Barry now?
He's probably about
37,
45.
I think Hoolahan's 34.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Sacco hasn't played full 90 minutes in years.
Yeah, you could. It's a good point, but it's a solid team. You're looking at strength and depth.
I'd like to ask this question: would Matt Phillips get on Villa's bench?
Yes, obviously.
Yes.
Well,
That'd be silly.
Balassi, Adoma, Kodja, El Ghazi.
Who?
He's better than Al Ghazi.
Better than El Ghazi. Balassi still can't play a full game.
He's finding his feet, but no, I think Villa do have a stronger squad than West Brom in my opinion.
I agree.
stronger squad, but I'd still say I think the West Brom are closer to getting promoted than Villa.
You say that, but
Yeah, I think that as well.
and you bring up the honeymoon period as well. But I think the honeymoon period. Come back to me in 3 weeks if we beat Middlesbrough, Forest, and West Brom. I mean, I'll be on top of the world.
Yeah,
And we'll probably be above you if that happens.
definitely.
And then I will say we'll probably likely to get promoted because if we can carry this honeymoon period through till Christmas, make it to January, bring in Tom Heaton,
That's a massive.
Gary Cahill.
That's a massive couple games though. Still.
Ashley Cole.
Where are these guys coming
The three people Ashley Cole got brought up today. He's 37 years old. I'm not too
That's
sure.
what I mean. We're talking
that.
about age.
I know. I'm really not too sure, but I think the Villa board are just going all in. Screw financial fair play. We're going to get players that can win now in the Championship.
How many times have we heard this before with Villa?
Fine for Villa.
How many?
Blues will get deducted 20 points when we
I know.
screw it. But
How many times have we heard about this with Villa in the past? We're just gonna blow all the money. How has that worked for you in the past?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Really hasn't worked.
spend
at
it
all,
on
has
old
it?
Englishmen, that always
We
works.
did have a dinosaur as a manager. I mean, as you can see, in this day and age, dinosaurs don't work out. The Allardyces, the Pulises,
I
the
agree.
Bruces, they're all the Pardewes. They're all extinct now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see them. Moyes, he can't get in a job. Whereas people like Dino, I mean, it fills me with joy as a Villa
Dino's
fan.
borderline dinosaur. He's getting there.
Yeah,
In a couple of
they
years,
play-
he'll be a
they play some good
dinosaur.
football.
The reason,
play good
another reason I
football.
went Villa is because the amount of fixtures in the Championship is really hard, and I think whether they go up partly will be due to how well they manage the congestion. And I think Dino has experience of that, whereas
Darren Moore is
has
question
no
mark still.
experience of managing players correctly.
But our assistant manager is Graham Jones, and I have full faith in him.
Doesn't matter.
No.
He's just
Why you've got
Belgium.
Darren Moore?
He is. He
Why
was.
you've got Darren Moore? You're not going up. So you're not going up this season. Neither are Villa. But
You don't think?
out of the two, West
Who
Brom
do you
are
think's
like-
going up then?
Who's going up?
Who do you think's most likely out of the three, firstly?
Okay, well, out of the three, I'm going to go West Brom probably
Why?
because I think that they propose the most threat, and the issues they've got in their team are the most fixable. Just defensively, they need to get another centre back in and a right back. and
Also,
that's it.
we're still the top scorers in all 4 leagues so far this year,
Mm-hmm.
They're nearly there. It's
and
a
by
couple
some
of,
way as well.
Yeah.
couple of places where they're a bit weak, and probably another centre mid they could do with. But other than that, they're a good side.
And a right back, and we've been rumoured James Taverner from Rangers. Their
That'd be
captain,
good, that would
who'd
be
be a
good.
really good signing.
Yeah, he would.
But yeah, anyway, I still think we're more likely to go up. But
There are better teams than both of those.
And
in
Joe,
the
I assume you
Championship.
think Villa.
I don't think there's many
Yeah.
better teams than both of us in the Championship. I think West Brom and Villa are up there with the best teams.
I think Villa have got the best one in the Championship and West Brom have the second best one in the Championship, in my opinion.
Well, it's a shame that Leeds and Borough are going up then.
Leeds
Leeds
bang
are-
average when they play
Leeds
us.
are awful.
And they don't have that good a team either, I don't think.
They
I
just
don't
had a
think
good
so,
start.
they do.
Leeds just had a good start.
Yeah, Bielsa's not some genius. I mean, he's not the...
No, the only reason I do think they're good is because of Bielsa.
Yeah,
I think their team is bang average.
He's
I
doing
also
it.
think Borough have a good team, but Pulis is a dinosaur, like we said.
But he always
He's
finds a
effective,
way.
he's effective, I know.
He'll get them in the playoffs, and they'll lose to someone like Villa, West Brom, someone like that. Who
What do you think
plays
about
better
Norwich?
football. They'll fall out.
Norwich
They'll
are funny
fall
one.
out.
Definitely
because-
for an awful team.
They're an awful team.
You say that, but actually they've got some
No,
really
no.
good players.
Yeah, but
on
then
their
you'll
side,
say them,
though.
and I won't have a clue who they
Well,
are.
you won't know them
Pookie.
because they're new.
Everyone's
Timo
loving,
Pookie.
Everyone's loving
And
him.
Leitner,
Pookie.
and people like Tete, who's
People are loving
bang
it.
average.
Is he
CDM.
still there, Tete?
Yes.
He's not really playing though. Leitner's the one for them in midfield.
I do quite
apparently.
like Closer.
My prediction to go up, I think, is going to be Villa top,
Wow.
Albion second, Forest through the playoffs. That's my prediction. I'm on the record saying that.
Where do you think Blues will finish? Ignore any possible point deduction.
If the point deduction, 6th, 7th, 8th,
You think?
between that, because I liked, it's effective how
That
they play.
high?
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
That would be
10th.
fantastic.
Around there. Top half, definitely, I
Top
think.
half, I think, would be brilliant
But
for us.
with the minus, however, is it possible you get minus 20?
Oh, I think minus 20 might be pushing it, but it is
Yeah.
possible we get a deduction.
If you get that deduction, I think
You're
you'll
struggling.
still stay up, probably, because there's
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but
many
you're
worse
definitely struggling
sides.
for any
There's some
playoffs or anything like that.
awful teams in this league.
Ipswich, Bolton, Hull, Millwall, Reading,
Exactly.
Rotherham, Wigan.
Rotherham, I mean,
Rotherham. They're the one of those team. They go down, they come
Go.
back up,
It's
and you don't even
Barnsley.
know they've
I mean,
come.
Ipswich are going down, aren't they? They're just dreadful.
it's like Barnsley.
Yeah.
Barnsley and Rotherham swap leagues every year because they just go up and one goes up, one goes down.
Wigan are just a yo-yo club nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wigan, they have a really good home form.
They
surprisingly.
play. They don't actually play that.
Nobody
good
wins at
football.
the DW. If you go there, you don't win.
The thing I have against Wigan is when we beat them 3-2, Steve Bruce praised their manager Paul Cookie, and Cookie's a great manager. So the reason I don't like Wigan is because Steve Bruce thinks they've got a good manager. So in turn, it means they don't have a good manager.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
No.
I think you're being a bit harsh on Norwich, me personally, about going up.
I think they'll be.
I don't think they're going to go up, but I think they'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Norwich are doing.
It's really hard to call the top two. I actually think Borough will be there because he's effective, Pulis.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Who are your top two?
That's what I'm trying to think. Borough are definitely there.
Derby, Forest,
No,
Sheffield
Derby.
United are up there.
The Blades. They start well and then they drop.
They'll drop off in my opinion as well.
Inevitably.
No, but they'll be in the playoffs as well. Oliver Norwood, I don't know why, but as a midfielder, he's been in the playoffs about 3 of the last 4
He's
years.
a cracking player.
He's been in the playoff final.
He's got a rocket of a shot.
He's won promotion. Did you see his goal yesterday? Last
No,
night.
I didn't see his goal, no.
Absolute screamer.
Was it?
If you see it, it's
I'll have a
unbelievable.
look.
But yeah, he's any team he goes to, you're guaranteed playoffs.
Yeah.
It's really, really odd. He was at Fulham last year, wasn't he? And he went up with Brighton, I think, or Huddersfield. I
Right,
think
he was
went
in
up
the
with
playoffs
Huddersfield.
with Reading a couple of years ago as well.
Yeah.
When they got to final.
But he's won 2 promotions already. He's a good player. Anyway,
Should
but
we move on to whether Wolves can possibly stay up in the Premier
It's a
League?
silly question, but you can talk
No,
about it.
I want to hear. So who are your top two? And
My top two?
And Race and Greg's.
Yeah, sorry.
It's so hard to predict. Isn't
I know
it?
it's very hard
it's-
because we're not. I don't think we're halfway through the season yet. So
what I'll call it is it's an Albion Villa playoff final. I know that. I said that at the beginning of the season.
So what's the top two then?
Yeah, so Borough and I don't want to say Leeds. I think Derby are a very good team. It could be anyone out of Sheffield. It could be anyone out of all the others.
But we saw last year
Leeds.
there are teams that could be 14th at the minute and they could
Like
finish in
Fulham.
the top two.
Really?
you've got to look at the actual teams. So if you look at the table, who has a good team? Like you always knew Fulham had Sessegnon, Kearney.
Well, Stoke have a very good team.
Stoke,
if you actually look at their team.
Yeah,
they've
you've
got
been talking
Dinosaur.
about Preston as well, about how good
Preston,
they are.
I think they'll surge towards the end, but they obviously not top 2.
Looking at it now, the only one I could see surging potentially, Stoke, but they've got Gary Rowett, who is Steve Bruce Jr.
the son of Steve
yeah.
Bruce.
Swansea maybe, but they're 10th, so it wouldn't be that big of a surprise. Obviously, Villa are surging up the table as we speak.
You've said an
You've
interesting
said Villa
one.
West Brom, have you, Joe? Yeah.
Villa first, West Brom second,
And then
Forest through the playoffs.
Forest through the playoffs.
I'm gonna go instead. I'm gonna make my 2 Borough and Forest as my 2.
Okay.
Um,
Who through the playoffs? Do you think Villa make the playoffs?
Yeah, you'll make the playoffs. And then I'll go with Leeds through the playoffs.
Okay. So Borough, Forest, Leeds.
Yeah.
I think
3
I
proper
think,
clubs.
I think Borough, and I think Norwich
I
will
won't
stay in
buy
that top 2. I think Norwich will keep it up. I know we were just expecting them to fade
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
but I think they might
Potentially.
actually keep it up.
I'm going to contradict what I said about Leeds and say Borough Leeds because Leeds just grind out results against all the other teams. They're just really good at getting wins against everyone else. I think Norwich will drop off and then West Brom Villa playoff final where West Brom win.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? West Brom
We
win.
said it since the beginning of the season.
It'd be good for this podcast.
I honestly think it will.
Drag it on a few more weeks.
I'd also love to see Blues up there as well in the playoffs.
Oh, it'd be amazing if we got playoffs. I think
I don't
it'd be a
know.
great
There's so
season.
many more better sides than Blues.
Yeah, there are
There are.
some good teams in the Championship this year.
Okay,
Yeah.
should we move on to Wolves?
Okay, yep.
They're getting relegated. No, they'll stay up. But you have some issues you need to address, I believe.
I mean, I'm not quite sure where this question has come from because there's absolutely no chance we're going
The fact
down.
that you lost to Huddersfield at home, maybe?
Yeah.
And showed no fight at all.
Everyone has a bad day at the office.
You've had some shocking results though.
Yeah.
I mean,
We've had some absolutely fantastic results as well thrown in there.
didn't you lose to Brighton?
Yeah.
You lost to.
Brighton's a tough place to go.
You lost to Cardiff.
The Watford loss
No,
was
you
pretty
played
bad.
Cardiff. Sorry, I assumed you're going to lose to Cardiff.
Oh, thanks.
I'm looking at the table now. So what are you sat? Sounds 16th. Southampton are
16
down.
points.
I'm looking at the table.
This is the problem with the Premier League. There are
There are-
considerably worse teams.
Yeah, I think that is the reason you'll stay
Yeah, but
up.
they're all changed managers.
There's Fulham, Cardiff, Southampton, Burnley, Palace, Huddersfield, all obviously below you. I think Brighton, Newcastle, West Ham, who are currently below you, will finish above you.
I think Wolves will be fine, personally. I think you just go through.
I don't know. You can look through their games coming up, like we say, and
If they
you can
lose-
find yourself in trouble big time.
Momentum is a big thing.
Yeah, if you don't win against Cardiff and don't win against Newcastle, then I think you're in trouble.
If we don't beat Newcastle, I will be fuming.
Because there are other games then, Chelsea.
You got Chelsea, then Newcastle, then Bournemouth at home, which
Yeah.
is tough. Then
I'm missing
Liverpool,
that one
Fulham,
as well.
Tottenham.
Liverpool, Fulham, Tottenham.
Yeah.
And by that time, Fulham would be top 10 under Ranieri.
I just think Nuno this, Nuno that. But honestly,
Dean Smith, that.
I am fed up with some Wolves fans. They were calling for Nuno's head.
There
There are some idiots out there.
And
Every club has them.
Yeah, of course, but I just want to say this. I'm not saying it for you or anything, but I saw somebody ask who would you want instead of Nuno or who's available, and they went what's his name? Lopetegui. What's his name? Lopetegui.
He was going to come originally.
And then who's the Monaco manager who they just
Jardine.
And they said
I wouldn't
those
like
two.
that. I wouldn't like
That
Jardine.
is not who you need to get you out of a relegation battle.
Well, also they're never going to come.
It's also not going to happen because Nuno's not getting sacked. He loves the club. And also, things he's done in the last 18 months, no one could expect that at all.
Greg, as a Wolves fan, January transfer window, you get one position to improve. Where are you improving and who are you signing?
Oh, shit. We're having a right wing back because I can't cope with it. I can't cope. Maybe it's...
Victor
Actually,
Moses.
no, change of plan. We're having a striker.
Yeah.
We want to win games. New striker, and we're having the lad called Salsa or Salah or something from the French league.
Who's that then?
Who's that?
He's the top scorer. He's second top scorer in the French league.
He's going to solve all your problems then, isn't he?
Proven goal scorer in a big league.
A big
Debatable.
Surely you'd
I
want
don't think
Origi
him.
or
I don't
someone
think
like
Jimenez
that.
has done bad for you.
No, he hasn't.
That's
But I
all.
would like another option. There's been too many games where on the weekend, Nuno. I just don't want to moan about it, but he put Jimenez on the left wing, put Adama through the middle. Now, Adama Traore is not a centre forward. He's a winger. He needs space to run into.
Pulis played him up front when they surged at the table last year.
But Jimenez on the left.
Good point.
Jimenez on the left.
Uh-huh.
He's not a winger.
Say Wolves lose their next 4.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not sacking Nuno.
No.
Is there any
But
chance
that's-
he changes the system?
That's then 1 point
Any chance
in
that
14 games.
you
if
think
lose the
maybe
next
3 at the back isn't working?
I think the 3 at the back will stay. What might change is having another man in midfield and having one less up front.
3-5-2.
Yeah.
Do you not think you could change that now? Because you got completely overrun in the middle against.
Well, I would change it. That's what I was saying.
3 in the
I would
middle
have
now.
Gibbs White back in a bit more.
No, but you'd have 3 in the middle.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd have probably
Someone else
Neves,
as
Saiss, and Gibbs White on Friday night.
Yeah.
To keep it tight. But
Okay.
then again, he's not changed the 3 at the back thing. He's so used to playing it, and I also don't think we've got. Johnny's not really a left back. He's a left wing back. I know it's funny like distinguishing between the two, but in the modern
It
game,
is
there is a
very
big
different.
difference
Yeah,
between
yeah.
what a left wing back's expected to do, and what a left back is expected to do.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're going down. Definitely not. But I don't think we're pushing for Europe.
Where do you think you'll finish?
12th, 13th, something like that.
Where do Wolves finish and who goes down instead of Wolves?
Oh, I have to get the table up, but I think Wolves will
I think they'll be between 10th and 13th comfortably. I think they'll be fine. Who goes down? Southampton.
Yeah.
I think they've
Southampton.
been
Yeah.
flirting with that relegation for a while.
For some reason, they always pull out of the bag though.
I don't think they will
It's
this
like
season.
Villa, we
Similar
flirted with
to
it for 4
Swansea,
years.
similar to Villa.
Yeah, just
I think
awful.
Southampton will go down. I think Cardiff will. I just don't think they've got the quality to stay up. And Huddersfield.
I agree, but I think Wolves instead of Huddersfield. No, I don't. I think Wolves will finish. Unfortunately, I think they'll stay up because I prefer Wolves to Huddersfield, Burnley, Southampton, Cardiff. So
I'm just looking at this Premier League table. There are so many tin pot clubs
Yeah.
in the league. I mean,
It's an embarrassing.
we need to
league.
get teams like
Really is an
Villa,
embarrassing league.
Leeds, Forest, even the Albion,
Blues.
even like Birmingham City, because there's teams like
Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Stoke, all of them.
all of them need to be back there, and even Bournemouth. Honestly,
Bournemouth,
why are
I
they in
can't
the
stand
Premiership?
Bournemouth.
I can't stand them.
I think Wolves will finish in that really
I like Eddie
awkward
Howe.
place.
But there's
Go on.
Brighton, Bournemouth, Huddersfield, Cardiff, Fulham. We don't need a 30th London club in there.
Well, I'd get rid of Palace, Watford,
I quite like
I think
Palace.
Palace can
West
stay.
Ham.
I quite like
Bloody
Palace.
West Ham.
West Ham can stay.
West Ham
West Ham
have got
Premier League
60,000 seat stadium.
Oh my god, West Ham are the worst fans in the world.
Yeah, because if you did it like, you know how in the NBA where no one gets relegated, so there's just the 30 biggest teams.
Yeah.
Let's say the 20 biggest teams. Villa would be there,
Yep.
That's a whole podcast in its own.
Yeah,
that
we'll
we'll
leave that
do
for
that.
another
Yeah.
day.
There's a thing online about that.
Yeah.
There's already a most successful teams, and there's the 20 who should be in
We're
the Premier
we're
League.
sixth.
And actually, I'm pretty sure Huddersfield are in there because they won the first division a couple of times in like the 30s.
Huddersfield wouldn't be there for me.
Not for me.
It
no.
might be because we're a new generation.
Yeah.
Definitely, Huddersfield were big in the 30s, mate. Under
Yeah.
what's his name, Chapman, who went to Arsenal. After.
Yeah. So before we sign off, we got a little question. Where do you see your club in 3 years? We'll go around the table and then end the podcast there. So
This is the end of the 2021-22 season.
Max, where do you see?
The thing is with Blues, you can never predict where we're going to be in 3 years.
Mid-table championship then?
Honestly, I can see mid-table championship.
Still.
I'll be happy if we just don't flirt with relegation for a few years and we consistently improve our side. I think Gary Monk will be taken by someone else at the end of next season.
Really?
I think we'll come
What,
back.
like a relegated team or something?
Yeah, a relegated team or a team battling relegation in the Premier League. Yeah, I think we'll just be mid-table championship.
The problem is you're in trouble with all the like
Or
voice inductions
or
and
we could
things.
get new owners and we could sack our manager and bring in a big name who's shit.
3 years, a lot can change.
Yeah, a lot could happen.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we could be in League 2 in 3
Look
years.
at Wolves. I mean, if
Yeah.
you'd have told
3
them.
years, a lot can change.
I think we should skip Joe because he was just going to say something outlandish.
No, I won't. There's
Let's
two
see what he
scenarios.
2 scenarios, here we go. Champions League.
Champions League winners or
No, no,
Europa League winners.
Yeah, Jack Grealish lifting the Champions League. No. So if we don't go up this year, I think we'll be Championship still because, I mean, the ghost of financial fair play has to come and get us
It
at
has
some
to,
point.
surely.
It has to.
Good.
If we
That's good honesty, to be fair.
if we don't go up, but if we do go up this
Here
year,
it comes.
we're gonna. I mean, if we follow the Martin O'Neill footprint, so you buy all the bad teams in the Premiership, such as Wolves, such as Watford, all these teams that think they're good, you're not. But we're going to buy their best player. So I think next year we'll probably have a midfield of Decore and Neves, maybe, someone like that.
You got to spare 75 million.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
We're the third richest club in the Premiership,
Oh,
in
whatever,
England,
whatever,
sorry.
Whatever.
If we go up, Christian Benteke will come home, refine his form. And then I just have this weird feeling, right? This is going to sound absolutely outrageous. Like, honestly, I'll probably lose all integrity as a podcaster. I just like the look of Jadon Sancho in a Villa shirt.
Oh, piss off. Oh, my days.
I see him
City, Dortmund, Villa.
I see him commenting on
Headed hands moment.
Grealish's posts and Abraham's posts. I think that's the front three for the future for Aston Villa, that is. But that's dream world. 3 years.
Literally dream world. Just
3 years probably.
It
It's
won't
not
happen.
happening.
It won't happen.
So we'll probably be 10th in the Premiership, maybe 7th, 8th.
Premier League.
I think
Yeah.
we'll leapfrog. We'll go back to our home of being top 6 Premiership, and then there'll be Villa, Everton, West Ham, which is where we belong, in my opinion.
Okay.
That's where I'd
Well,
love
I'm
us
not
to
going
be.
to argue with you, just let it happen.
Let that
Right?
happen.
Established Premier League team again.
You think?
That's all I want from in 3 years' time. I'll be happy with finishing 11th, 12th.
Yeah, I would take that, to be fair.
It would be incredible if Blues, Albion, Villa.
I can't wait till we're all back
if we
in
were
there.
all in the Premier League.
That happened once, and then Wolves went. Did Wolves go
Was it
down?
one season or was it 2 seasons?
It
It
happened
definitely
one
happened.
season.
There was definitely one season.
I mean, who was top? Who was above them all?
Are you sure?
We were 6th at
Okay.
that point.
Really? Oh, I'm not sure.
It might have been Houlier's season when we were 9th.
We need to look at that because I'm pretty sure Albion were doing well around that time.
I'm
It
gonna-
was
Right.
the time when we beat you, when we were beating you.
No, that
It was.
Check the league
It was.
table in 2011.
Because you played Wolves and Robbie Keane was playing for Wolves at that time, wasn't it?
2011. Well then.
When were all 4 Midland sides?
And then Blues went down on the last game of the season to Roman Pavlyuchenko.
We finished 9th that season.
Go on.
But we won the Carling Cup.
Is this?
That's what that matters.
Yes, that's
What
right.
year was it?
I'll look it up. I can't find it. That's really not.
Right. Anyway,
I'm gonna throw in there. Well, as we're staying up this season, we're coming about 13th, and next season probably progress a bit more, 8th, push on, and then I think we can break the top 6.
Oh,
I genuinely do.
God.
I really do. The
I
amount of
I
wealth
see
Spurs
Wolves being back in the
circulating,
I see Wolves
I was
being in the
going to say the
championship.
exact same thing.
in
I
the
think
next
we'll be
3
the
years.
championship.
In
in 3 years.
3 years' time, I can see.
You
Wolves.
could
I don't think you'll
potentially-
look back longingly at this little period you've had where you actually thought you were going to be a Premier League
Yeah,
team.
yeah. It doesn't. Never.
There's-
hardly ever happens where you just go upward
I know,
trajectory.
It always happens to Wolves as well. They always get large.
7th
It
place.
happens to Villa as well, mate. It happens to everyone when you get promoted and then you have a good
You can't say-
start. You start to think, yeah,
This
this
is it now.
is
We're a
quite
Premier
good.
League team.
We're sorted.
When have we ever been promoted? Because
Yeah,
we
no,
were a
good
Premiership
point.
side.
But when you get to the
For
play,
25
you were planning
years.
it when you get in the playoff final. Next season we'll be comfortably 10th.
Yeah.
And then season after that we'll push on again.
We'll get Terry to sign this contract.
Yeah.
Guess
I
where
don't
you
want to play Chelsea where we're at.
And you're not even in the playoffs right now, so football's unpredictable.
It is unpredictable, and a lot can happen in 3 years. But I really believe that Fossen have their interest at heart within the football club. The amount of money they're putting in, the amount of promises they're making, I actually genuinely believe it's all real. I know it might be slightly
put in
delusional,
all the money.
I think you're a mug.
and I think in 3 years' time, be about 7th place.
I'll say mid-table championship for Wolves.
7th place.
And I also think we'll be the only team in the Midlands in the Premier League.
Oh,
Still.
No.
Because Villa will probably yo-yo about for a bit now.
I'm not.
I think if Villa do go up, I think they'll stay there. Personally.
You don't know how rich our
It's a
owners
different-
are.
There's an expiry date on teams at the minute, though. Everybody was talking about second season syndrome. Seems to be like 4 or 5 year syndrome now. Where you go up, you stay there a bit, and
Swansea.
then like Swansea.
Yeah.
Like I think Southampton this year.
Yeah.
I think you stay there for a couple. You
Southampton
get past the
in 5
second
years
season
now.
syndrome. You're like, yeah, cool. Let's.
Because you stop improving as a club.
That's it. You
and
say,
everyone else does.
let's push on, and then suddenly, we're not pushing on. What we're doing, and then these teams that are getting promoted start to beat you, and then you
West
go down.
Brom. there we
Well,
go.
yeah, but we were in there for 8 years or 9 years, so it's a bit
You're
longer.
similar
for
to
us.
Stoke, aren't you, West Brom?
Yeah,
You've been there
exactly.
for quite a while.
Stoke 10 years. They pushed on a bit, and then they sort of fell away. And all it takes is one bad season.
Well, it does. It came out the blue for Albion. We finished 9th or 10th the season before.
Stoke was there. I think they finished 10th 3 years in the trot.
And then you just dropped. We just plummeted, which I'd prefer. I'd hate to be a Swansea where you just,
Yeah.
and Sunderland.
Well,
for
Villa.
4 years, you're just there
Villa
and
and
thereabouts.
Anyway, we'll finish off the podcast with the 2010-2011 Premier League table,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
last time all 4 clubs were there.
Okay, cool.
Aston Villa were 9th,
Yeah,
West Brom were 11th,
yeah.
Wolverhampton Wanderers were 17th, and Birmingham City were 18th.
But how many trophies did you guys win?
No,
in that
yeah.
season?
You just clutched at straws on that one.
Okay.
Sound.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorted. That was a long one, but
Thank
it
you
was
for listening.
enjoyable.
hopefully you've made it this far. We're going to change up a bit this week and put timestamps in, so if you don't want to hear the predictions of every single Midlands club, you can skip them and get to the debate bit, or if you don't want to listen to the debate bit, equally you can just listen to the review and the preview. So
And that'll be in the description.
yeah,
Best of luck, everyone, for tonight as well.
Thank you, mate.
thank you.
We need it.
See you all soon.
See you later.